What is going on, guys? Welcome to week number 13 of our Big 12 All-Teambuilder Dynasty. We're going to kick this one off today with a pretty good game on tap. McAllen at home against Ardmore. The Thunderwolves are coming to town.
McAllen needs a W for bowl eligibility. They got to win one of the last two. They're coming into this game at 500, and they beat you last year in a barn burner.
Yes. We almost could say that we possibly gave them the game. Right? We just gave the game away, pretty much. Triple overtime, almost went into quadruple overtime. Needed a 2-point conversion, didn't get it. And the rest is history, guys. So, obviously, McAllen is a tough team for Ardmore. We can already see here Nelson Ledbetter getting a 19-yard reception on the first play of the game. So, Rodriguez hasn't had a whole lot of big games in these simulations.
He had them early. He torched some bad defenses early. Meet a Big 12 schedule was a little bit tougher for him. So you see the numbers there. He's already got 3,600 yards, though, with 2 yet to play. So he is racking up the yards. Turnovers, though, like that, sort of a problem. And he has not delivered the big W's. I mean, they've lost a lot of close games. So they're going to have to pull one out here. So you get the ball back, going back to Fuller. You love throwing to Fuller now. He's your guy.
Yeah, he had a big game last week, obviously. And we're just going to keep utilizing him. Really like what he brings to the table here. I mean, look at this throw right there. Boom. Look at these catches, guys. 15 yards for J.R. Fuller right there. So Shanahan putting the ball on the money. And here's going to be a 10-yard sack, so it's going to be 3rd and 20. That's A.O. Garrison. They're one of their best defensive linemen.
A.O.
Getting in on the sack here. 3rd and 20, and good blitz pickup there. And pressure pickup by the offensive line. So, and nice catch. Good throw as well, but not a good throw here. No. Screen pass to D.D. Foreman is not going to be complete. And that is
Elroy Palmer III going all the way to the house. I'm surprised he ran that play. That's one of those plays that we both never run because they never seem to work.
They never work. You have to run it in a zone play, and I ran it out of man, and there you go. So the rest, there you go. Touchdown, McAllen. So
quite the turnaround.
Yes, very tough, very tough. So we're going to have to try to get something going here again. A little bit of more momentum going here in the first quarter. 58 seconds left. Little play action. Shook with a nice pickup there on the blitz. That's J.R. Fuller yet again. He's going to pick up a nice 13-yard reception right there. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Fuller already with 41 yards receiving. So here's another little play action here. Shanahan rolling out to the right, and he's got Tratnik. And did he catch it? Did he catch
get the foot in?
They're going to say he's out of bounds, so we do end up challenging it, guys, so you can see that the timeout was wasted. So, upon replay, he was in, but in my opinion, he was in, but
they have a weird standard for what actually counts.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Some plays the foot is clearly on the white,
but they're not going to call it.
And they give it to him.
But they call it anyway. So we do get that touchdown. Shook brings it in. 7-7. We get a stop on defense, so We're moving the football here pretty good here on offense right now. 3rd and 6, and here's a nice little rollout throw there to Jake Wood, but nothing doing. Nothing good. So, defense for McAllen stepping up.
Okay, so we're going to check in here. There's Marlon Malloy. Can he beat Smoot? Go, man. Oh, you got him. You got him. 35 yards.
Smoot's pretty quick, but, Marlon Malloy, he's pretty quick himself, so just the idea that Smoot was able to get there, good by me.
Yeah.
Good by me.
Now let's hear it from the McAllen contingent out there in the comments section. You guys have been kind of quiet. I don't know if they even exist.
I don't know if they exist.
But I want to hear from them. Because, McAllen, they need some fans. They need some love. Like right here, Dustin Weber getting some love there. Number 1 in for the touchdown. 88 yards and a score now for Rodriguez. Matadors have the lead. Ball back late in the first half as well.
Look at this.
Paris McMillan on a streak going into the end zone.
Wow. It just pushes himself into the end zone, guys. So Sanchez gets beat. We've been running a lot of man against this team, and you can't run a lot of man against this team. They're too fast. Our defenders are not as fast as McAllen. Receivers and offensive players. And this is almost going to get picked off by Orlando McDaniel. A deflection is credited to him. So down 21-7, and look who is back in the end zone again. It's Paris McMillan. So he's already got this 3 score. No, that's 2 scores because Weber had the other one. So it's going to be 28-7 nearing the half. But look at this catch by Leandro Ransom. And that's not a touchdown.
Down at the
1 yard line. So with 17 seconds left, Shook gets in for his 2nd touchdown on the night. And we cut the lead down to 2 scores heading into the half.
All right, so McAllen thoroughly winning that first half. You need some magic here in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah, they're pummeling us right now.
Oh.
But here's Shook and Hicks teaming up on that pass completion there. So nice little moves by Shook, though, to break free to get that first down. And Shanahan, yet again, feeling a lot of pressure, but throwing in the back of the end zone. Great catch by Mercutio Hardaway for 18 yards.
Pretty good stuff there.
Now we're down 7.
I'll give it to him.
We're down 7 now. So here's Malloy Jr. in motion, but look at that. Just enough to get Carson Jackson open, guys. He's busting off 2 tackles. Smoot has to come in and get the cleanup. It's going to be 33-yard reception for him. 2nd and goal. Rodriguez fire into the outside. That's McMillan, and he's going to get in.
Oh, man. Well, you met him right at that 1-yard line, and he just had enough spin to get into the house. So you got Wimberly on a screen here. This game is it's going back and forth. A lot of offense so far.
We need a defensive stop, though. We need to get a turnover. That's the biggest thing for us. Rodriguez can throw it right at us, so we're going to need it, though.
Yeah, you got to pick up that extra possession somewhere.
35-21, so we're going to move the football up down to field goal range. So we do pick up that field goal. It's going to be 35-24. Now down 11 with 6 minutes to go and trying to get it stopped, and we do, guys. They elect to throw on 3rd and inches, and Rodriguez was just inaccurate enough to where that allowed us to get the ball back. And here's Shook trying to break free, guys. He was on the verge of popping a big-time run, but not there. So 7 rushes for 32 for Shook. 5:52 left to go, and Shanahan's got blockers up in front. Look at Oyatunda with the big blocks up there. Actually, I think that's Chung, actually. Oyatunda's not 77, so nice job there. 3rd and goal, though, and Dede Foreman is going to get in for the score. It's going to be 35-31. We're down 4 with 4 minutes to go.
We've seen the script before. You went for 2 and missed, so they're up 5 still.
Oh, yes. I was shooting for that field goal to get into field goal range if we could get a stop on McAllen.
Yeah, and so far not happening. 1st and goal here from the 4. Rodriguez on a option. Takes it to the house. 4-yard touchdown. McAllen back in the driver's seat.
Did not account for that, guys. I did not think that Rodriguez was super mobile. And so I didn't look for it. But look at this. Shanahan trying to make something happen. That's Kevin Tratnick with the reception. And he's going to get a huge gain, something that we absolutely needed. That's almost half the football field there. A lot of yards after the catch. 3rd and 10 with 1:57 left to go and trying to shoot out there up the middle. That's Artez Lawson with the deflection. So it's going to be 4th and 10. We do elect to try to go for it here. We're going to get it to Leandro Ransom diving for the corner. He's not going to get there. 1-yard line. So Shanahan's going to run it in on we actually ran the hurry up to get right back up there because I like doing that. Guys, I like doing that when they're not in very good defensive sets to get right in there and try to call a run play on the 1-yard line. Right. We simulate for an onside kick.
As is protocol now.
Yeah, and it just wasn't happening, guys. So Rodriguez on 3rd and 9, not going to pick up the first down. 4th and 4, they will kick a field goal. So if they get this up and good, it's going to be 45-37. We're only down 8 with 25 seconds left to go.
Okay, well, so you're saying there's a chance.
They're saying it's a chance. But we're going to have to get out of bounds here because we do not have any timeouts here. And now Wimberly can't. He does get out of bounds, but he was pushed out of bounds. So we're trying to hurry up to the line here. Clock is ticking. Now we got to find a play that's actually going to allow us to get down the field with enough time to get us into the end zone. And calling all these audibles, guys, it's not going to do it because look at this throw. It's just poorly thrown by Shanahan to Hardaway, and Wilton Archer with the deflection. He's got 3, and the game is over. 45-37. McAllen beats Ardmore again in back-to-back seasons.
They got your number, but this season went from great to pretty good in a fast amount of time for the Thunderwolves.
Yep.
This is your 3rd loss now in Big 12 play. Got to rectify that next year. Got to find something that, become up a little more clutch than you have this year.
Yeah, clutch is not in this team's name right now.
I agree.
Even dating back to last year.
Speaking of clutch, Prairie Dogs are coming back home, taking on Amarillo. We had that amazing win last week against Midland State, and we are going to try to build on that. And we're playing the Armadillos, who are really struggling this year. Defense they got some good seniors, but everything else is sort of rebuilding. Springer's knocked out. We got the backup quarterback in an already non-explosive offense. So this is a game that we should win.
It's a very talent starved roster right now for Amarillo. They're definitely having their struggles, man.
They got like
mess.
Stovall and Best are still there, but the depth is not quite there. But as I say that,
Goolsby gets the bomb
Touchdown.
for a 36-yard reception, so Amarillo is now up 7.
They must have heard me. They must have heard me talking trash.
They didn't like what you said.
Okay, well, we're going to have the ball here. We got Shanoski playing this game, so no, Cameron Willis is not taking over. Although maybe he should. I don't know. I mean, I'm just making the call saying Shanoski's been our guy. He'll stay our guy. So Shanoski throwing downfield to Yarborough. He takes a huge hit.
He caught that?
Yes, he did. Somehow he did. Ryan Watson goes right in for the score. So tie ball game.
7-7. 2:49 left to go. 2:10
Oh,
now.
no, we went for two. We went for two and we missed it.
Why would that always happen as soon as I'm getting ready to say, oh, it's a tie? Oh, no. And you do something weird like
you
that.
should pay attention.
You do some weird stuff on the play
We
calling.
do the fake field goal. I was just feeling it. trying to keep Willis involved there.
Here's Okafor with the tackle, but 8 yards is going to get picked up. So a first down. And what are the great? Oh, what? Whoa! Shanka with the screw up there, but luckily he's going to get stopped there by Lowry. What are the gray?
I don't know. It's like a contained thing. I just do it to keep quarterbacks in the pocket.
Yeah.
But we run the wrong offense or wrong defense there. 16 yards for Beckham. We knew they were going to run, so I think we had a field goal block.
Every time
I like trying to chintz the game up a little bit.
Every time I see Okafor's name on defense, I want to call it offense. So I can get that because he's been playing well on offense.
He's playing two ways.
Right.
We might see him later in this game. Who knows?
So here's 10-6 ball game now as Amarillo will kick that field goal. Right. So then we have Shanoski getting sacked, trying to hope for something to cut back up the middle. It wasn't happening. That's Eric Green, the fourth to get that tackle. And here's Yarborough with a nice little spin move on 3rd and 15, and he's going to get 25. So
clutch.
First down.
Michael Swan, 3rd and 6. Clutch.
Hashtag clutch.
Now we got Willis. He's back.
On 2nd and 1, we got the little short patterns here. And going to fire out to the right. That's Cade Myers, who actually has been coming up big for you guys on offense this season.
I actually like Willis in these situations because technically I can't audible with Shanoski.
Right,
so I like it because it kind of handicaps me a little bit on offense. His awareness craters because he's technically a punter, so he doesn't know how to play the quarterback position, apparently.
Right, he's got enough talent to make up for it, but yeah, when the clutch situations are being asked of him to, read the defense and make a call.
He can't do it yet.
He can't do it.
He's
more
learning.
of an athlete.
He's learning.
So Nebraska State will kick a field goal, making it 10-9. You're down 1 point here with 1:29 left to go. They're going to just drop it off to Ryan Watson, who's going to pick up the first down. 161 passing yards so far on the game for your Prairie Dogs, and then a field goal that's missed by the automatic Taysom Benz.
Lou Groh's a candidate. Taysom Benz misses, so it's 10-9. And right before the half, Dukes is throwing downfield to Gamble.
Oh no, he didn't get
down
in.
At the
1 yard line.
1 yard line.
So it happens to the CPU. Okay, so we're okay.
Okay,
we're okay. It's 10-9. You're good.
All's fair as long as it's fair.
Something interesting. This is the first time that the Prairie Dogs have been ranked.
Yes.
Ever.
No, they were ranked in 1996.
Oh,
That's about the last time they were ranked.
Excuse me.
Yep.
But as far as this dynasty goes,
correct.
They're the first time that they've been ranked that you guys have seen. So,
correct.
If you lose this game, you're out of the top 25. So obviously there's some
yeah, we don't want that
motivation there. So here's a nice throw to Cade Myers in the corner of the end zone for a score.
He's coming up huge at tight end. Like, we love what he's doing at tight end, making catches. I mean, we've seen him dive all over the place, catching tip balls, catching balls in the rain, just laying out for stuff.
He's
catching
a player.
The corner of the end zone, 3rd downs, 4th downs. He's just doing everything. And that will hold. So it's going to be 16-10. 3rd and 14. Dukes is throwing to a wide open Quan Alexander.
Look at Quan, guys.
Making a catch. He's involved. He's the number 4 guy. He'll take over. Oh! Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
That was crazy by Kareem Taylor, our safety.
Why? What? Look at that. He just took off.
Down at the
1 yard line.
1 yard line.
So you will get some breathing room,
no
though.
Touchback.
Cade Myers gets 21 yards right there, so he will pick that up for first down. Here's Ryan Watson going to get the carry up the middle for 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4 as the third quarter comes to an end. So you guys are in some good spots here. 16-10, firing it to Swan. Should have made that
catch it, bro.
Maybe I was a little too harsh. He probably shouldn't have made that catch because that throw was directly to an Amarillo player. And here's Okafor with the score again.
Clutch. Remember I said that.
Clutch.
Man, he's doing really good, playing both ways. We're asking him to do a lot, and he is coming through for us in a big way.
22-10. Here's a 4th and 6 conversion. Reagan trying to dive at D.D. Dukes' feet to try to take him out. Nothing doing. There's Josh Sutton with a 19-yard reception. 1st and goal, and Beckham is going to get dropped for a negative 1-yard loss.
All right, we got a hold, boys.
Williams, yes.
Got a hold.
Little man coverage here, and got some motion to the left, and Rayshon Beckham is going to get into the end zone with the power. The power, guys, of Rayshon Beckham powering through those Prairie Dogs.
He's got the power.
Oh, I get what you did. Yeah, I got you. 1st and 10, 22-17, only up 5. So, good thing you got that first down there, Ben, because now the Prairie Dogs can't. Well, no, the Amarillo Armadillos cannot use their timeouts.
All right, so I think we're going to take this W, boys and girls. Prairie Dogs win. Let's celebrate. We are alive in the Big 12 West. Raise your hands if you saw that coming.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, this is a magic ride right now. Call this Nebraska State's magic carpet ride.
I guess so, man. I did not see this coming at all. I think I picked you to finish 3rd again.
Yeah, that's where, preseason polls had us 3, 4, 5 range. And we're on track to take on this team next week, Denver Tech. Midland technically out of it with 3 conference losses already. 2nd year in a row that their big date with Denver. Battle for the West has been spoiled by Nebraska State.
You're actually rooting for Midland State in this game because it only helps you next week.
Well, I don't have a real dog in this one because either way, whoever wins that game is moving on. So even if Midland wins, Denver will then be tied with me.
Oh, that's
and then
very
I beat
true.
them,
Yep.
hypothetically.
Yeah, you're right.
They go to 3 losses.
You're right. So, but then again, who would you rather play?
You mean coming off a win or a loss?
Coming off
I want them on a win.
Yeah.
I want to take on number 3.
Ooh.
Bring it.
Oh, my God.
Bring it on.
Listen to this guy, guys. So,
am I getting a big head? Let me know.
A little bit. For Prairie Dogs, a little cheapers, Cheap.
But first things first, though. They got to beat Midland. We know Midland's a game squad, very highly rated. Very good. They got C.J. Wicks. But they are going to get on the board first with a Timmons touchdown. Wicks is going to bomb this one deep. And
almost picked.
Jermaine Keaton can't make the INT, so they're going to punt. Not what you want to do against Denver. Punting is a losing strategy.
There's going to be a lot of plays that Denver runs that it happens all the time where you see plays like that, where Timmons holds onto the ball a little bit too long and you got too much pressure from the edge. That really helps on defense, but you're also going to see Denver Tech really carve up a lot of these teams on that outside. If the lineman can get some blocks on the outside, it's going to spring Schmidt, Holly, and Timmons. And we saw a couple runs like that in their first possession. But let's talk a little bit about Midland State here. Moving the football here on Denver Tech. Can't get the first down yet again. They're kind of struggling here against this defense. This is exactly what I'm talking about, though, with Denver Tech and Timmons. You see that run to the outside for 19 yards. That's what they do. You don't get enough pressure from the edge like you see here, and he just springs him, guys. That's a huge run. Absolutely huge run for Timmons. I mean, he's making his Heisman case felt amongst the community right now.
His back-to-back Heisman campaign. Going pretty good so far. They're going to run another little option here. Again, they lose contain. Slips right by the tackle. And we got a flag. Is it going to be a block or a face mask? That will be a face mask. Not looking good here for Midland in the first quarter. They got to fix this up pretty fast. Bruce Hobbs on the personal foul.
35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and a touchdown. Timmons gets it in. It's going to be now 14-0. They're already up 2 scores. You can't get down in this big hole against the number 3 team in the nation.
No.
You can't do that.
See right there, they blew that play up. That's Isaac Larson coming in to make the tackle at linebacker. So Denver's marching right down the field again, but on 3rd and 4, Jarquez Holly is hauled down for a loss.
That's the kind of plays you need, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Get some pressure on the edges. Try to set the edge like you had mentioned, and you'll do fine against this team. And we see a nice little reception here by Kevin Vargas, who gets, I think, 13 yards.
First down. All right, screenplay to Claudio Keller. This one's actually working. Screenplay is working.
Wow.
I like it. 29-yard gain. Now they're going to have a 3rd and 14 here with 3:54. And Wicks is throwing, and this is going to be first down.
That's a nice catch by Vince Barrow. Actually, a pretty good throw, too. It's nice to see Wicks put some heat on some fastballs there for sure. So 1st and 10, and Brett Kinnery, haven't seen his name called too much this season, but it's good to see him.
He was battling an injury earlier. He's back to full strength here.
2nd and 9, and Kinnery splits out to the left, and here's a pass that's just going to go into the back of the end zone. Nobody can catch it. Didn't feel like anybody was open. Probably a smart play here. Don't waste the points. And look at Jordy Williams comes up big time with the deflection, guys. Knocked it right out of the receiver's hands. So really good play defensively by Jordy Williams.
All right, so Midland settles for the field goal, getting some pressure on Timmons, and he flings it.
Dude, you got to pick that off.
Dandridge, make the play, man.
You have to.
Gift wrap, bow tie, everything.
That's pick 6 central right there, guys. So 1st and 10, and look at this. Nice catch, nice throw.
Gerard Harper.
2:24 left to go, and Harper with the big time catch. 2nd and 5. Runner in motion, and a little flip to none other than Gerard Harper. Going to get in for a 5-yard score. So Midland charges back, 14-10.
We were this close to burying him for good in this game, and they're right back in it. 10 unanswered.
Got to stop Denver Tech, though, here. And look at this. Blown coverage between 2 Midland State defenders, guys, for 62 yards. Nick McCullough burns them. So obviously not a good play here by Midland State's defense. Like I said, they can't have plays like that, guys, if they want to stay within this game.
All right, Harper gets a first down here. Midland has a chance, a slight chance, to tack some points on here at the end of the half.
Gonna take a big sack.
Wicks gets sacked. Not good. You don't want to take that sack right there. 2nd and 18, throwing underneath. Now, maybe in Beauchamp's range, that's going to be pretty long for him. I don't know if he can hit that, so they're going to throw it here.
I guess that kind of makes sense. Give yourself a little bit of extra yardage to try to make something happen. A little bomb here, and nothing doing. So Tremaine Keaton makes a good play. Yeah, I mean, you got to give yourself a shot, and that's what they did. So down 21-10 at the half. Some key mistakes by Midland State. You got to pick off Drew King and Timmons when you can. You got to protect CJ Wicks when you can. And obviously, it's just not been good enough in that first half for Midland State. But this might give them a little bit of a break. Pass interference call by Glendale Bullocks.
All right, safety. Guilty as charged. All right, first down, Midland State Mustangs. 3rd and 6. As we skip ahead a little bit, and Wicks sails it.
You gotta extend the play out a little bit longer than that.
Do something. Give yourself a chance.
I mean, you're gonna punt the football anyway, right? So whether you take a sack right there or not, allow the play to happen. But look at this. Timmons is going to get hit, and he's going to get hit hard by Willie Grant.
That might have been taunting, because he sort of stood over him.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
Little power flex.
Oh, and then Wicks is making some poor decisions, guys.
Oh, great.
Oh,
going to the house.
Another pick 6 for the
Watts.
Denver Tech rush. They seem to do this all the time. You know what's interesting, though? You and I talk about it off the camera a lot, that good teams like Alabama, Ohio State, they always seem to have a defensive touchdown. And
yeah, defense and special teams touchdowns. They make a killing on that.
Yeah, and this is what Denver Tech has been doing for the last 2 years.
You're right. Screen here goes to Keller. Let's see if he can get a first, and he can't. We'll set up 3rd and 5. 28-10 right now. I don't know if they can come back. They got 3 scores to make up. It's gonna be hard. What in the world?
He got absolutely lit up.
Somebody please check on him, make sure he's okay.
4th and 5, and for whatever reason, CJ Wicks wanted to run and push the pocket upward, and just too much pressure, man. Too much pressure to do anything.
Walked into Stephen Dixon, not good.
So turnover there. 3rd down and 10 is going to get a screenplay called, and it's going to be a negative 3-yard loss. And then no pressure there, and terrible. His arm hit.
Was that a fumble? It probably should have been a fumble.
Yeah,
they rolled incomplete.
His arm hit his offensive lineman's helmet in the back. Should have been, but it's not going to matter because it's going to be a turnover anyway, as they elect to go for it on 4th down. Don't get it. So still 28-10 here, 3:48 left to go. Second and goal now after this run gets stopped. And looky, Jarquez Holly.
Touchdown Vulture. No, he's starting now. I shouldn't call him a touchdown.
Right, Schmidt. I think Schmidt was still hurt here.
Yes, he was out.
Denver Tech wins yet again, so it sets up the big game for next week.
All right, Nebraska State, Denver Tech. We'll see you there.
Pretty great week 13 in my mind. A lot of things going on, but I say that with half-heartedness because of my Ardmore Thunderwolves losing another big game.
Yeah, that was a tough loss. Let's start here. We saw this game, Amarillo at Nebraska State. Amarillo knocked out of bowl contention with this loss. We saw Uzuma Okafor score again. We got 408 yards of offense. Oh, let me stay on here a little bit longer. Yeah, 408 to 330. So our defense played pretty well in this game. I liked what we did overall. No turnovers either, and that was kind of the big deal there. Willis 4 of 4. It was a clean game, but Shinosky got the majority of the snaps. Still, I mean, we're not shying away. We know that Shinosky is our guy long term.
Nothing to worry about, Prairie Dog fans. Nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, let's see what D.D. Dukes did. 219, 85 for Beckham with the score, and 57 for Goolsby. So we're hoping that Springer will be back next week, but we'll have to make sure. I mean, it'd be nice to send him off. I mean, it was pretty much a lost season for the Armadillos.
He kind of skipped Quan. He's been getting involved a little bit.
I know. We saw him. We saw him in that game.
We'll actually start going over some of your guys. We'll actually need to go over, like, near the end of the year, I think. We'll get, like, a stats update on some of the recruits that, went elsewhere. Maybe some guys that, like Quan, don't get a lot of highlights, I guess you'd say, because he's not involved.
Not yet, anyway, but he will be for sure. So Shreveport dominates Odessa, mostly on the ground.
That's insane.
331 rushing. Odessa, they had no chance at stopping the ground game. Leduca went for 303 with a score.
10 completions for 300 yards.
Yeah, those are Tua averages, I'm telling you. 10, that's crazy. Andre Wingo goes for 216 with 3 scores, 8 yards a carry. Leduca pitched in with 2 scores, and then Tate got 2 scores. 267 for Herschel Gates.
So he was only going to Herschel Gates. 60% of his completions were going to Herschel Gates.
Yeah, so this is not the way that Odessa wanted their season to end. Flynn got 417 with 4 scores through 1 INT, and they kind of spread the love around. But you see there, they're 2-5 in Big 12 play. So how much of the improvement was a mirage? I mean, they're definitely better than they were last year, but well, they're getting shredded on the ground by Shreveport to that degree.
It's something they got to work on in the offseason. It's just, that's all there is to it. I mean, that was really our game plan against Odessa as well. I mean, it's just kind of what you do against Odessa. If they can't be physical and they can't stop the run, you just keep pounding it.
Yeah, so right here, ACU held the 351, Cam at 340, ACU gets the W, and then Mitchum played the whole game on senior day.
This game you were right about. Camu actually gave him a fight.
Yep.
24-19. It's nothing.
Yeah, let's see when they scored there. It looks like Camu scored with 9:56. So it was a game most of the way there. So pretty good game by the Amber Wave, but they fall to 6-5. Mitchum, like I said, played over Freeman because it was senior day.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
But he will be likely finished. They're probably going to just roll with Chase Freeman the rest of the way.
Head coach Bud Warner seems to not coach by the books. He really doesn't. I mean, this is a team was 6-4. This is a game that you needed to win. And if you're looking to get into a bowl contention, you're not relying on the very last week of the season in order to get that done.
Well, they're in a bowl game already.
Oh,
so Granger with 12 tackles. Hammer also pitched in with 10, and no INTs. I was looking for sacks for defense. So, pretty good win for ACU. They'll take it. Survive in advance. You struggled here to stop McAllen. A lot of offense for both sides, though. But Ardmore falls to number 21. They were number 1 4 weeks ago. Now
dropped 20 spots in a month. It was basically the second quarter. The second quarter really cost us. We couldn't stop them. We couldn't score. When we had our own possessions. Yeah, I mean, Marcus Rodriguez just lit us up every which way. It didn't matter what kind of defensive calls we were trying to make. He just was able to pick us apart.
Yeah, 200-plus allowed on the ground again.
Yep.
And Little Rock ran all over you the previous week, and then you gave up a lot there. McMillan also had 3 touchdowns. Ardmore Shanahan did not complete enough passes in this game.
Yes, 58% is not good. 58% is bad.
You would like a little bit higher for sure. Shook had 2 scores. Hardaway got a touchdown as well as D.D. Foreman did. So Broken Arrow gets the W. They will go bowling.
This is very surprising.
They scored a touchdown in a minute and a half to Jakari Stone, the fullback. Tywon Talbot, fumble recovery. But, 267 for Gunnar Rivers and company. He did not really get it going offensively here.
And this is a game that you would have thought that, Little Rock might have been able to flex their muscle here on offense, but it just wasn't meant to be. I mean, the Broken Arrow Wranglers, they lost to Little Rock last year to potentially get into a bowl game last year.
They needed to win. They were 5-6, or they were 5-5 against Little Rock last year, and they lost. And then they lost to Ardmore the following week. But Street, 14 of 31. So looks like they did majority on the ground. Street pitched in with 84 and a score.
It's not bad. It's not bad. He can scoop.
They got him rolling. And then we saw this game, Denver Tech over Midland. The Midland free fall is continuing.
Yep.
Drakeenan Timmons scored quite a bit.
He took over.
He really did. I mean, they only had 354 total offense, so Midland held up on defense, but it was not enough. Timmons 108, got those 2 touchdowns. Holly pitched in with 100+ as well.
It's hilarious. If you go back to the rushing stats right there, look how even those guys are. Holly lost it by him by 1 yard.
Yep.
Look at the yards after the carry, the long. It's the average. I mean, Timmons is basically a running back there.
You're right. And Wicks did not score a touchdown, minus 26 with all the sacks. So the defensive front for Denver really got after him. Harper had himself a nice game, though. So I don't know if we have anything extra to take away. I mean, I think we went over it. I mean, we're pretty much in the same situation we were last week.
Honestly, something that it's kind of taken a couple weeks for me to come up with this narrative, but I think that Ardmore, after that win against Denver Tech, it wasn't so much that they got over their heads. I think it just took a lot out of them.
Could have been.
Because when you have to go in and you have to play ACU the next week, and then now you got to play Shreveport, who...
they got that bruising style.
It's a bruising style. And then you play McAllen, who, number 1 offense in the country. It's not that Ardmore played over their head. It's just I think they just got beaten down by that Denver Tech game.
I mean,
nobody else is beating them. This is Yeah.
Every team in here is pretty good. I mean, you've seen the ratings of these teams, and it might be the best top to bottom conference in the country. So I mean, even Amarillo is just like a B.
Right, they're tough. They can steal one from you, but That would be my biggest takeaway is that this. Some people want to call it a free fall, but to me, you could definitely classify it as that. But I think that there's a reason behind it, and I think that is probably one of them.
My only takeaway, I like that Shreveport and Broken Arrow got those 6 W's because they had their backs up against the wall. Didn't quite look like they might be able to make it, and they're in. So we have 11 teams bowl eligible in the Big 12. Amarillo is the long game out. So let's look ahead.
Poor Amarillo.
I know, but it's been a tough year for them. I think they're going to bounce back. But let's look to Week 14 here, and we have, how many of you guys had this? The showdown. Nebraska State at Denver. Now, Vegas is saying we're like a 20-point underdog. This is like that year where Duke is like a freakishly they had a freak season, and then they play Florida State for the ACC championship. And nobody expects them to win, although it's technically the matchup that will determine it. Nobody expects us to win.
Did you know this game is being played on Thanksgiving?
How about that?
How about that? Thursday, November 27th, so the very last Thursday of the
12:30 though.
Yeah, it's kind of
we're going right up against the Lions.
Right up against the Lions and the Cowboys, and it's just what? Why would that happen? But
weird.
This is going to be a weird game. It's a very weird game just to even look at. It's how did this happen?
20, baby.
How did this happen?
You're right. That'll be good. We'll talk about that game some more. Amarillo, you're gonna just buckle it up, man. Try to get an upset there at Midland. Midland needs that. We need some more top 25 representation. Our conference is too good to be on these fringes. We beat up on each other and we don't get any love.
Yeah.
So Midland, if they win, they get back in. Camu is going at Odessa. This is a tough game. It's clashing styles.
Well, usually the run game would win out, in my opinion, especially when Camu's got such a good defense. And they held ACU to 24 points.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. How about this game? Shreveport at ACU?
I have no idea.
Do you think Shreveport can get another upset?
At the beginning of the year, I would have looked at you and I would have said, "Oh, ACU all the way." Yeah. Right? I mean, just even looking at the number 2 ranking of the, you take ACU on paper, but knowing what Shreveport has done in the last few weeks,
I mean, they would play spoiler. ACU's thinking national title, and I don't know. I would go ACU pretty strongly on paper, but Shreveport, with the way they played last week, the way they hung on against Alabama, we know that they beat Ardmore. They look like a game squad.
How about the fact that Camu, with that running style, they held them to 24 points and they scored a couple points, 19.
I don't know.
I would take Shreveport's ground game over Camu.
Possibly. All right, we're gonna have McAllen at Little Rock. McAllen surprised by upsetting Ardmore, and they are definitely going bowling now. They've had a tough year, but they're trying to finish strong. Little Rock lost a couple games in a row, got to get back on track for them. And then you are closing with a rivalry against Broken Arrow. Remember last year, Broken Arrow got off to a really fast start against you, and you stormed back.
Yeah.
Won kind of easily there in the fourth quarter, but they really put a scare into you. So it'd be interesting to see how they do.
At this point, anything could happen with our team.
You're right.
So that's going to be it for week number 13. We're going to have week 14 preview on Wednesday. So make sure you guys, by Wednesday, we'll have the headlines and analysis and all that stuff updated, conference standings, things like that in the Wednesday video, kind of just giving you guys a nice little overview. So I'd like to see more people engaged like that. It's fun. Getting in on that Wednesday action really sets the tone for the following week.
And that'll be the last recruiting update that we have.
Until
we'll
the
have, yeah, so basically every team that we have not gotten to, which I think it might be 4 or 6, we'll all have that condensed in the Wednesday video, and then will lead us into the off-season for recruiting after that. So stay tuned.
Yes. So we'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Leave a like if you like this thing. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that red button for subscribe or my logo in the bottom right-hand corner. And like I said, we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, peace.